Hello, this is Huples Cat, sitting on a bench I built. We're all products of our environment, and if you're a prepper, you really need to know your own environment. So come with me when I walk around the forest. Got some lessons for you. First lesson's going to be prep where you live, prep for who you are. Don't prep because online preppers are doing it their way. Locations vary. My second lesson is people can cheat videos. If I wore a scarf, ooh, it's windy. Second lesson is people can cheat videos. It's about 1 degree centigrade today. Despite it looking like it's really subarctic, it isn't. But in 23 hours, it's going to be minus 17 centigrade. And the main reason I'm doing this video? To announce a new little special series I'm doing. Selco, you may have heard of, and Gowan wrote a book together in 2020. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Prep where you are for you. And always be skeptical about other people's claims. You need to get yourself out in your environment on a regular basis. Make sure that you can navigate your environment. Know what other animals inhabit your terrain, both human and non-human. Where do they walk? Where do they get water? Where do they get food? What paths will they take? It's all important. Get to know your area. Make sure you can navigate without using a compass if need be. There's only about 10 to 15 species of animal here. Get to know the tracks. Predator or prey? Look at that. Pretty as a picture. Ah, the Christmas stump. Well, it's mid-January and generally speaking the snow on the ground should be halfway up that stump at least. I've got maybe 5 or 6 centimetres of snow, that's it. Sure is pretty though. Don't forget you might need to navigate your area at night as well as during the day. Mark it appropriately. Probably not going to see any green now until April. It's a joy to be out here, just to be aware of how seasons affect navigation. From this point to over there, I often get lost in the summer. This is completely dense in the summer. You can't even see much of anything. You certainly can't see your trail. It's amazing how fecund the earth can be. At this time of year I should be on snowshoes. Because of lack of snow I do not. But this is the time of year to get out and about. No bugs and you can walk around. It's beautiful. And you can actually see where you're going. So let's go this way. So I've arrived at campsite Alpha. I really like this one. Don't know if you can hear the roaring in the background. It's the wind. It's very, very windy. Walk around your area, get to know it. Try and sleep out there if you can as well. Recreate the toughness that you're going to require physically and mentally if society collapses. Of course you cannot in any way do that, but you can at least practice what it would be like. Make sure you can use the gear that you've got in all seasons. Okay, special feature of winter up here is you can use the ponds and lakes to traverse. Flat, it's beautiful. Except now with human caused climate change, the lakes are not at all passable most of the winter, in fact all of last winter. But these beaver lakes, they're usually pretty much solid by now. Oh no! I fell in. That could well be beaver coming out and in. And that is probably fox. There is of course definitely deer tracks everywhere. So you're probably wondering why I'm underdressed for this time of year. Right now it's about 1 to 2 degrees centigrade above freezing. In Canada and the rest of the civilized world, freezing is at 0 centigrade. Now in a collapse situation, I won't know what the temperature is going to be tomorrow. But in the here and now I do. Around about 7 o'clock tonight, it's going to go below freezing and continue to go below freezing. 22 hours from now, standing here, it's going to be minus 17 degrees centigrade and you can add a wind chill on top of that. If I'm dressed like this, I'll probably die. So although I might have some overlap with Louis in Puerto Rico,
I went out to the back, got some bananas.
he rightly is focusing on water. I am not. He's not focusing on stored food as much as I am. But in a normal year for me, I have 6 to 7 months of indoor growing without any outdoor growing at all, as you can see. Now there is some nutrition in this forest, but burning calories to get it, very difficult. Bearing in mind, within about 30 hours from now, it's going to be about minus 29 centigrade with a wind chill on top of it. The wind chill will probably push it to minus 40 centigrade, minus 40 Fahrenheit. Now in numerous prepping videos, you're going to see trails like this. However, this is the reality. This is bush. And like I say, it's pretty good at this time of year. In July, you're not going to walk very far in this at all. But people snowmobile, so there is trails. Let's go. And in 2 to 3 years, this is impassable without constant maintenance. Trees fall. If there's a windstorm or a nuclear bomb nearby, all of these trees are going to be down. You ain't going anywhere. But at least in the nuclear winter, you can walk on the beaver ponds fairly easily. Knowing your area, that you don't fall and break your legs in these holes. Now this little pond here wasn't passable a few days ago, but it's been about minus 12 for the last few days. Today's the hot day, and it's refrozen. As a tip for anybody who lives where I live, this is a beaver dam. There's one over there as well. Well, this has been very cold for a long, long time. Stay away from them. This is where the thinnest part of the water is going to be, especially if the beaver are active. One more beaver dam to cross. A few years ago, Kitty's friend went in here while snowshoeing, and Kitty went in as well, and they had quite a time getting back. So I learnt my lesson from that, and I always go in by land. Look at that. So, I'm back on Kitty and his sister's property, which is all of this, and it goes quite a long way north. I built that, dragged the wood here by sled. I have big plans for this. I'm going to reinforce the back at some point and probably build a table. Kitty absolutely loves coming on this trail because the trail goes all the way along here and watching the wildlife. Not that there's much wildlife today, but I thought she should have a bench. Well, thanks for watching. Get out there, explore your own area, do it safely, do it all year long. Fractionally below freezing. This has been a 2025 Apoca Terrier production.